And before the 0-1, he asks for time. And there's a curve through for a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Bounce to third. Zips it across. One out in the top of the first. And time now for the Phillies lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
Breaking ball inside, and it's 2-0.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Left-hand batter waits. Out to center. Robert moves under it. Corrals it. That's out number 2.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Kyle
Schwarber comes up to hit here. Schwarber, 33 years old, and he's a former home run derby champ. Swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back. Two outs. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. Orioles due up in the first, no score. You're watching the World Series on the show. Back now at Oriole Park. And our pitcher in this game, Colby Allard.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ellie De La Cruz.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Fastball for a strike. 0-2 now. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And the batter now, Jordan Westberg. Pitch misses, and that is ball 1. Just missed. Hard hit to third. Sends it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Okay, let's check out the lineup. And the key to victory for them here, get their starter some run support early.
Boog, if they can get him that run support early, it's likely the other team folds because they know how dominant he can be once he gets settled in. So put pressure on that other team right away. jump out to a lead early, and a few runs is going to feel like 30.
Here's Adley Rutschman. That's inside, and that's ball one. Ground ball up the middle. Slings to first. Rutschman retired. And the Orioles set down in order. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. No score. Back here in Baltimore, top of the second, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Hicks back to work. That one's upstairs. Ball one. Ball one. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. This one in the air. Mountcastle has this one sized up. Makes the catch. One up, one down.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series losing to the San Francisco Giants.
Johan Rojas in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One out, bases empty. Next pitch is outside.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And a pitch. And there's a ball. And a 4-pitch walk.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of his zone.
Here's the speedy catcher, Harry Ford. Moved to first.
Count 1-0.
It's a pitch out, nothing doing, and that's ball one. Right through there for a strike.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get one out first. It's going to be tough to get two with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Rojas leads off first with one away. And a strike in there. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Slider got him for strike three. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. That one finds the zone, and that's strike one. Big swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. No runs on no hits, no errors, and one left. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied 0-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. Luis Robert now. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
Nope.
And that's downstairs and outside. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. Carl Dixon working the plate in this one.
You know, we often hear and talk about umpires being a pitcher's umpire, but Boog Dixon maybe a little bit more hitter-friendly than most. He's kind of tight on the corners, so we'll see if that comes into play at all in this one.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Rojas makes the play. 1 away.
Batting fifth, the first base.
Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. No score here in the second. Missed with a changeup. 1-1. Down the left field line. Looks like extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. And it's a 1-out double for the first hit of the game.
You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first line of the bucket.
And here is Matt Chapman. That one's in there, 0-1. Man at second. And it's strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now it's Brendan Rodgers.
The second baseman. Rodgers.
And there's a foul ball. The Orioles looking to strike first here in Game 4 of the World Series. Next offering is in for a strike. And ball 1.
2 strikes.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead. 1-0. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
And now it's Austin Hayes. Pitch is in for a strike. It's 0-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in Game 4. Strike 2.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
That one down the line. Low throw, and he can't take it out.
Man, that was a great effort to lunge and pick that one at first. The throw was way short, but he almost bailed him out. Just couldn't get it to stick in the mitt.
Kowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. In the air, right field. Harper has a beat on it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now a 1-0 ball game. This is the World Series on the show. And we're back onto the 3rd inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup. And I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
And the right-hander deals. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Righty to the plate. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Right-hander kicks, deals. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. This is Bryson's stop. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back there. And that one's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot. And this game is tied. It's 1-1. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the shortstop, Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1. And that's outside. The 1-0.
Ball, that's out.
Tied up here in the early going. Next pitch is downstairs. Hicks, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. Guys, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
And the righty deals. And he walked him. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show.
No, he's safe.
Tap to first. Mountcastle fires to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Nice job getting over, and that ends the inning. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. All even now at 1-1. Back now at Oriole Park. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. The pitch. And now the lefty. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just off the inside corner. Now 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball. The pitch. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. The line to kick the pitch. That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Chases that one out of the zone. Leadoff hitter gone in the third.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
So now here's the DH, Jordan Westburg. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Counts 1-0.
Ripped on a line. Rojas makes the grab. 2 down.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. 2 outs, base is empty. Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Still tied 1-1. The 4th game of the World Series. Here's some real power at the plate. Kyle Schwarber. The pitch. There's a strike.
You know, these Phillies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
And now it's even up.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And another ball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Bounced up the middle. Gathers and throws to first. And one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man. Here's Pete Alonso. First time up was a pop out. Alonso goes 6 feet 3 inches, 245 pounds, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. All tied up, top half of inning number 4. Foul ball there. One down, base is empty. And a foul ball. And a pitch.
2-2 now.
Wouldn't chase that time. Payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now out. The center fielder, Johan.
So digging in, Johan Rojas. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive, because there's certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
2 down, nobody on.
1 ball.
That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2. Righty delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the Phillies are set down in order. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Bottom of the 4th, and now it's Luis Robert. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And here it comes. That misses. 1-0. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. Makes the catch. 1 down.
That swing right there tells me he's seen the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. Doubled his first time up. Edge of the zone for a strike. 1-1.
Hoog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
The third baseman, Matt.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Field line and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Rogers in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And a swing and a miss there.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just going to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater. So 1 hit is all they get. We played 4. All tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the catcher, Harry Ford. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. right through there for a strike.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That's off the mark, and the count even 1-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. Base is empty, one away. And we're in the top of the fifth. That's to third, and it finds its way through for a hit.
He was all over that one. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Go ahead run on base, and now here is Harper. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Just missed. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Soft contact in the air. That's a base hit. To third. In there safely.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Bryson Stott stands in for the Phillies. He's already homered here in this one. Over to Rogers, and he'll eat it and be happy with the out. Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Trey Turner. He's 0 for 1. The shortstop takes the ball. That one finds the corner, and it's 1-1. And that's down and away. Good eye right there. Chris, with that distraction and the speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in.
Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 3-2. Here comes a pitch. On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Baltimore, and now Austin Hayes.
The left fielder, Austin Hayes.
As the lefty gets to work. That one catches the corner for a strike.
0-1 the count.
And that's outside. And the count is 1-1. Tap back up the middle. Toss to Alonso, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Now back, right fielder,
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. That one pulled foul. And that skips into there. And he hits a ground ball right side. Alonso takes it himself, and that quickly 2 away.
Now back, shortstop,
So back to the top of the Orioles lineup, and now the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one inside, and it's 1-0. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Falling behind 2-1. Right through there for a strike. Right side, hard hit. Stop over to first in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Offense held in check there. We're through 5. It's the Phillies 2 and the Orioles 1. And we're back. Top 6. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Hicks back to work. In the air, out towards left center. Touches down. That's a hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
So now the DH spot, Kyle Schwarber. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
At the belt and fires. Runner takes off. Throw safe.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal the base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
That's outside, and that's ball 3. Swing and a miss.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And a 3-1 on the way. Swing and a miss.
3-2.
Marsh at second with nobody out. Got it. Picks up strikeout number 7. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. First pitch misses. One out and a runner at second, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Swings through that.
1-1.
Here's a 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. That's the second out.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Rojas up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. And he takes a strike. And a ball and 2 strikes. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They lead it 2-1. Back now at Oriole Park. Well, we go bottom 6, and now Jordan Westburg. The line and the pitch. Wouldn't chase that time. Fastball for a strike. The pitch.
Nope.
That one finds the zone, and the count's even at 2. Adam swinging on the curveball, and 1 out now.
Now batting.
And into the box for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Check swing, he went too far, and it's a strike.
0-1's the count.
One down, base is empty.
Oh, that's low.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball.
The Phillies up by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That misses, and the count is even 2-2. The wind of the pitch. The punch out there. 2 out. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Luis Robert, the next to hit for the Orioles. And a foul ball. And misses inside. This one in the air right field. And they take care of Robert for the out. And the inning is over. Here's a new pitcher from the pen, CNL Perez. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Well, one-run game, and digging in for Philadelphia, Harry Ford. The pitch. On the ground, right side, and that one handled. Whips it to first. That's the first out, the top of the seventh.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Beatty, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike one. Action in the pen down there. John Means, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Baker, the right-hander, also getting loose. Kicks and fires. To the right side. Mountcastle. The flip to the pitcher covering. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Now, right.
Here's Harper now. 1 for 2. Swing and a miss. Going around.
No fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch.
0-2 is the count.
That misses the zone. Now 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Left-hand hitter waits. Out towards right center field. And it drops in. And that keeps the inning alive.
That's back-to-back singles for him. You know what they say. He couldn't have thrown it out there any better than that. And certainly the case that time. Just flared it back behind the second baseman and dropped it in there.
And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Pitch is in there. That's strike one. And he pumps it a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And he deals. In the air, left field. Hayes has it sized up. And that'll do it. Phillies strand one, but they still lead it 2-1. Bottom of the 7th, and into the box for Baltimore, Ryan Mountcastle. And a pitch. And he takes one right on the black. That's strike one. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Matt Strong appears to be getting loose. Hoffman getting loose as well. Looking to get the tying run on base. And that one fouled off. And now the lefty. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Matt Chapman up to the plate now. First pitch just misses. Trying to hold a 1-run lead late here in game 4. And that's off the inside edge. 2-0. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Next offering is in for a strike. Got him looking. Chapman is gone.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like thriller when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter, and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Brendan Rodgers. First pitch not close. Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Breaking ball inside, and the count is 2-0. Two outs. Fly ball to right. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. Nothing across here this half. 8th inning coming up. It's the Phillies 2 and the Orioles 1. So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, John Means.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
So the lineup flips over. Trey Turner now. And the pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. That's down and in. And another ball. The pitch. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Rutschman down to first with it. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
And that one fouled off. Means fills up the zone, forces contact, so not a huge strikeout guy, but he's going to make the hitters beat him. Doesn't issue a lot of walks, so the pressure is really on the batter to make something happen. Next one is off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
But although you like the fact that No, guy throws strikes, guy gets contact, and not always great contact. The fact that when you have runners on, if that ball's in play, there's still a good chance that a run gets pushed across, whether it's earned or not.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one. Getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Hard hit right side. On to first. Schwarber out of the play. And the inning is over. Phillies down in order as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Matt Strong.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off.
One-run game. And into the box for Baltimore, Austin Hayes. And here it comes. And fouled off. The pitch. And that's too high. Activity in the bullpen. Ryan Abreu, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Just misses there.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
In there, got him looking for the K. Called strike 3 on a fastball up in the zone.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1, any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
So up next, Colton Cowser. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
One down, base is empty. And a count 1-2. The pitch. Just misses without one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive.
Hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
Home team down a run. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one's a little bit low. And now it's 3-2.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. Look at him working hard out there.
This to center field. Brings it in. And there's 2 down.
Now batting,
Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Ellie De La Cruz.
Now, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
And he gets tied up right there.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the glove, I'm going right back in there.
Two down, nobody on. That one's in there. That's strike two.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the eighth. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
The shortstop takes the ball. And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. 3 up, 3 down for him there. We're through 8 full here in Game 4. It's the Phillies 2 and the Orioles 1. Back here in Baltimore, all set to start the 9th in this one. And now it's the cleanup spot for the Phillies. Pete Alonso. Means back to work. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. Line and caught at third by Chapman. The Gold Glover makes the play.
Yikes, that ball was scorched, an absolute missile, and it almost becomes self-defense as the fielder. When one of those things comes screaming towards you, watch your lips.
And now here is Johan Rojas. Off the mark there. And that is ball 1. One down, base is empty. He swings and fouls one off. Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. Here's a 1-2. And they'll do it again. Next offering is outside. In the air, foul off first. Mountcastle makes the catch. Out number 2. Harry Ford getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Not looking like they'll be adding any insurance runs heading to the bottom of the 9th, so it's going to be on the bullpen to hold this lead.
Clips the corner, and that is strike 1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. There's the strike of the knees. The lefty fires. And that's in the dirt. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swings and misses, struck him out. New pitcher now, Brian Abreu.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Well, 1-run game. Stepping in, Jordan Westburg. The pitch. Fall off foul. One-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. A good start with a leadoff foul.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone and keep that leadoff man off first base.
And here's the catcher, Adley Rutschman. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And the right-hander deals. And 1-2.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And a pitch. Swing and he popped it up. Turner should have it. Brings it in, and there's one down.
Up next for the Orioles, the center fielder, Louis.
He's 2 outs away. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Luis Robert.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Swing and a miss, 98 on the gun.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
Trying to close out a 1-run lead. And the home team trying to pull it out. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout. Orioles down to their final line. Next for the Orioles, Ryan Mountcastle. 1 for 3.
Count 1-0.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate there. And the 1-0. Here's a high chopper, and it's just foul. That was close. Two outs. And a count 1-2. The Orioles down to their final strike. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Go to first. Ball game. And the Phillies claim the win here behind some great pitching and defense.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Not a ton of offense to chat about as we look at the final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Philadelphia Phillies. 2 runs on 5 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 runners on base. For the Orioles, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the ballpark, 45,971. The Orioles would like to thank you for attending tonight's ball game and remind you to please strike out safely.